This is the newsroom.
This is your newsroom for today, Monday, June 23rd, 2025. We are broadcasting to you on E1 SKAR TV, NTN, and TARZEE TV in Bartica. In the headlines, a Non-Pariel woman died from multiple wounds and other injuries after she was murdered by her daughter and son-in-law. A new secondary school is being constructed in Linden.
We're investing in you without any condition. This is pure investment in the development of Guyana.
Families are now homeless after two fires across the ancient county Berbice. And in sport, Nunes Primary wins Future Warriors Tapeball cricket in Essequibo, and Guyanese boxing trio Dharry, Allicock and Marques to fight in Guyana on August 2nd. With the news, I am Avinash Ramzan. Thanks for joining us. We start off by telling you that disturbing details on the brutal murder of Jenny Mohammed, called Baby, a 48-year-old woman of Non-Pariel, East Coast Demerara, have emerged. Police headquarters revealed that Mohammed was stabbed and strangled by her daughter and son-in-law, then placed into a garbage bag and dumped in a trench. The couple then proceeded to clean up the blood-stained crime scene. Isnel Patwa reports from Non-Pariel.
Jenny Mohammed lived at the house you're seeing just behind me with her husband and her daughter at Section D, Non-Pariel on the east coast of Demerara. On June 12th, she was reported missing. About a week later, there was a shocking discovery after her body was found dumped along the Eccles dump site road on the east bank of Demerara. A day after her body was discovered, the Guyana Police Force released disturbing details regarding her murder and an attempt to cover up the brutal crime. Police headquarters revealed that Mohammed was stabbed and strangled by her daughter and her daughter's husband, Austin Ramchand, placed into a garbage bag and dumped in the trench at Eccles. The couple then proceeded to clean up the blood-stained crime scene. Following the initial missing persons report on June 12th, the very next day, on June 13th, a team of police ranks from the Vigilance Police Station visited the residence and a physical check was made around the yard. The police said no disturbed soil was observed and nearby persons were questioned, but no useful information was obtained. The woman's sister in the police report said that they communicated daily and that she last spoke with Jenny on June 10th. This was also the last time her husband, Rashid Mohammed, claimed that he saw her alive. After her sister could not reach her, Rashid told the sister that Jenny and their daughter, Sophia, had an argument on June 9th, during which the mother asked Sophia to move out of the house. The husband claimed that he left for work the very next morning, which would have been on June 10th, leaving his wife and their daughter at home. Following the initial missing persons report on June 12th, on June 16th, the police revisited the Mohammed's residence where they discovered suspected blood stains in the house. What was later confirmed to be human blood was found on the couch, the wall, and the floor of the Mohammed's house. Police said further blood stains were also found in a bedroom as well as the family's kitchen. According to the police report, it appeared as though efforts were made to remove and clean up the bloodstains. And so they secured the Mohammed's home to conduct forensic examination and officially declared it a crime scene. Jenny's husband, Rashid, was also arrested, and based on further information on June 17th, the very next day, her daughter and son-in-law was also apprehended. Further investigations further led to the discovery of a handwritten note allegedly from Jenny, but police said the contents were deemed suspicious. A vehicle belonging to the suspects were also thoroughly examined, and strands of hair were also recovered for testing. Following all of these discoveries during the interviews with Jenny's husband, her daughter, and her son-in-law, there were also conflicting accounts of what actually happened to her. On June 19, it is now 9 days since Jenny was last seen alive and was reported missing. A shocking twist of events as her daughter Sophia and Sophia's husband Ramchan confessed to their involvement in her brutal murder and subsequent attempts to cover up the crime. Sophia and her husband confessed that they stabbed Jenny with a knife, strangled her with a rope, and then proceeded to wrap her body in a garbage bag before dumping it at Eccles. The daughter then led investigators to the dump site where the decomposed remains of Jenny was discovered. Police have since recovered the knife used to murder Jenny, while her husband and daughter claimed that she was abusive towards them, and so they devised a plan to murder her. When the newsroom visited the Mohammed's residence in Non-Pariel, there appears to be no immediate neighbors. However, persons in the area said the family usually kept to themselves and they didn't know much about Jenny. Reporting for the newsroom, I am Isanella Patwo.
The post-mortem examination on the woman's body was conducted on Monday. The cause of death was given as hemorrhage and shock due to multiple incised wounds to the body, compounded by compression injuries to the neck. The woman's body was subsequently handed over to relatives for cremation at a later date. A new Christiansburg multilateral school will be constructed in Region 10 as part of efforts to reduce the current overcrowding at the existing Christiansburg Wisma Secondary School. The sod for this project was turned on Monday. The new school is expected to cost about $2.2 billion and should be completed in about 17 months. Sharda Bacchus reports from Linden.
I'm standing in the compound where the new Christiansburg Multilateral School will be built. The school is being constructed as part of efforts to reduce the current overcrowding at the existing Christiansburg Wisma Secondary School. The new school will cost about $2.2 billion and should be completed in about 17 months. On Monday, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips and Education Minister Priya Manichan turned the sod for the construction to begin. The project is funded by the World Bank and will be executed by Power China Jiangxi Electric Power Construction Company Limited. In delivering the feature address at the sod turning ceremony, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips said the new school will serve as a full education establishment designed to prepare students for the future.
This school will also speak to where we are going as a country. The true measure of our development is how well we prepare our people to lead and innovate. That means education will remain the backbone of Guyana's rise and development. Without any condition. This is pure investment in the development of Guyana and more particularly in the development of Linden through its students in the secondary school that will be constructed here. To the teachers who will work here, your job has never been easy and it will never be simple. But what you do matters deeply. I urge you to continue to teach with high expectations. Create space for curiosity, as you did with me, and the teachers before you did with me 50 years ago. And above all, protect the trust that students place in you.
When completed, the school will accommodate 1,000 students. It will comprise of 35 classrooms, a multi-purpose and agriculture hall, laboratories, and an administrative block, among other amenities. By the end of this year, 22 secondary schools will be operational across the country.
We took a little bit longer than we should have, that I would have liked to see in getting this school to this place. But I'm very glad to say that this school is going to be, construction of this school is going to begin today when we leave, when we turn this off. It's not only about access for us. For us, we want to make sure once you get into those schools that you have a higher quality. So today as we turn this sod, for the school, the only school in the country that is doing at Cape, the only school in the country that is doing at Cape animated design, I'm very pleased to say that in less than 2 years, you're going to have a very different environment where your children can access secondary education.
World Bank representative Dilita Doriti, in her remarks, said, now more than ever, investing in education and the country's people is vital in light of the current economic growth in Guyana. For the newsroom, Sharda Bacchus.
Thank you, Sharda. Now, the first World Trade Center established within the Caribbean community, CARICOM, was commissioned in Georgetown, Guyana on Friday, and those behind the venture vowed that small businesses will access greater trade and investment support.
This is the World Trade Center Georgetown, the first such facility to be established in the Caribbean community. Through this center, key services ranging from business management and policy analysis to trade facilitation and space rentals will be provided to local business players. WTC Georgetown Executive Director Wesley Curtin said the center will boost business in Guyana.
This center offers the opportunities for Guyanese business owners to present themselves, their businesses, their services, their products to more than 300 World Trade Centers around the world, in more than 100 and something countries, 102 countries, with over 1 million business associates.
Meanwhile, the center's executive chairman, Komal Samaru, said there will also be a huge focus on supporting small businesses.
Once this building is complete and commissioned and the WTCG gets fully operational, we are going to be actively involved, bringing opportunities to the businesses in Guyana, particularly in the small, medium, and micro business sectors.
Guyana's President Dr. Fanali commissioned the World Trade Center Georgetown on Friday. Speaking at the commissioning ceremony, he said the venture aligns well with the government's plan to rapidly expand the local economy, empower more citizens to pursue lucrative business opportunities, and increase trade. Reporting for the newsroom, Vishani Raghabir.
Though the APNU AFC coalition that was in government from 2015 to 2020 maintains it won the 2020 elections, a former People's National Congress Reform Campaign manager has admitted that the coalition did not win. Samuel Sandy, formerly of the PNCR, made the revelation while on the Starting Point podcast. Sandy, who has been a long-standing member of the PNCR and the regional vice chairman for Region 4, recently endorsed President Irfaan Ali and the People's Progressive Party Civic ahead of the 2025 general and regional elections.
I never addressed this question in the open, but I'll categorically state that in 2020, the APNU plus AFC lost the election. I was the operations manager for the East Coast campaign. I was responsible for collecting all SOPs. And I did take it upon myself to record the scores of every SOP received. I took pictures, I kept them, I still have them. I went to the Ashman's building, I listened to the numbers being tabulated, I looked at my numbers, and I thought to myself, where might this be going?
Wow.
I think at that point it was more making a decision between supporting hope of a large section of society and that of personal integrity.
So you knew right there.
I chose the former.
So it was an outright lie.
And I challenge anyone to tell me different. Because like I said, I have dated photo evidence of what I submitted.
Still to come, we tell you about a chaotic fatal accident in Berbice and fires that destroyed homes and left several homeless. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This is the newsroom. A family of 6 is now urgently exploring their next steps after a devastating fire destroyed their home on Saturday morning. Raul Thomas, a butcher and farmer from the Edward Village, West Bank, Berbice, told reporters that he was working in the bag dam when tragedy struck. Thomas lived in the house with his mother, wife, and 3 children. As the family grapples with his loss, Thomas said he is open to any assistance. Those wishing to help can reach out to him at 648-4899.
Who live here? Me, my girl, my 3 children, my mom. What are some of the things that destroyed for you? Passport, visa, transport. I just can't say it's speechless presently. We're just working with things. Wherever come we just work with it. Wherever assistance. When we reach to these offices, people get we appreciate. Or we working and cooperate with them.
Meanwhile, a fire has destroyed the home of a Guyana Fire Service emergency medical technician in Rosenthal, a devastating event that unfolded on Saturday afternoon. Cyril Agard said his wife and 3 children were at home when the fire broke out. Fortunately, they were awakened by smoke and managed to escape unharmed. Anyone willing to assist the family can reach out to them at 617-3081 or 732-1773.
I have a phone call that my house is on fire, and I leave the station, coming home. When I meet, I see a lot of people group up on the road, and I see a big gulf of flame on my house. I panic because I have family, my son, my wife, my kids, and I run in to see that if they are okay and if anything is all right with them. And when I got in, saw them, I burst out to tears. Nevertheless, I had to be strong. I had 2 vehicles. I tried to get them out of the yard, push them out. The public come out and help me, and I'm very thankful for that. But I'm seeking help because in this situation for a young man like me who have family, to build back a home like this is very hard, especially how cost of living is right now in Guyana, and I'm seeking for help from the public.
Now, 2 men lost their lives in a tragic accident along the Bellevue Public Road, West Coast, Berbice on Sunday. The dead men have been identified as Davin Daniels, age 29, from Hopetown Village, and 49-year-old Mark George from Bellevue. The accident occurred at around 5:40. Police headquarters reported that Daniels was driving the car. Daniels lost control of his vehicle and drove into a vegetable stand, then a bus shed, and finally onto an electricity pole. Following the accident, George was pinned under the bus shed while Daniels was pinned in his vehicle. When the news returns, we tell you about exciting locally made products from the Uncapped exhibition. Stay tuned.
Experience a lifelong eye care service at Express Optical. Free eye examinations, free selected frames, 50% off transition clear and tint lens for senior citizens and kids. Deals on all brands of sunglasses and frames. All medical insurance and NIS vouchers are accepted. Located in the same building of Nimbus Water System, Queenstown, Georgetown. Call us on 231-7023. Express Optical Care, where the focus is on you.
We've made it super simple for you to check if eNet fiber is in your area. Here's how.
Visit enet.gy. Go to Services and click Internet. Scroll to our eNet fiber coverage map. Click the magnifying glass and type in your location, or if you are at the location where you need fiber, click Use your current location, and that's it. The map will automatically zoom to your area of choice. Click the yellow circle to be notified if eNet fiber is in your area. Also, if you're within our Home Pass area, you're qualified for Fast Connect.
Get the very best only from eNet, your everything network.
Let's Bet Sports has just upgraded your betting experience with all your favorite sports online now. Let's show you how to join the experience. Have a valid form of identification. Must be 18 years or older. Go to www.letsbetsports.gy on your computer or mobile device. Click register. Upload an image of your ID and click submit. A message will inform you that your upload was successful. Once your account has been verified, you will receive a confirmation email. After confirmation email has been received, visit your local agent and purchase the amount you wanted, up to $50,000. Insert the code from your receipt into your account. Now you're ready to play any Let's Bet Sports or Guyana Lottery games. Let's Bet Sports, be part of the game.
Hey, question. Did your work today? Yeah. Peace, man. Yeah. Get dropped. Do your work.
Don't be that guy. Now's the time to get your own ride with the GBTI Auto Loan. With interest rates as low as 6.99%, down payments as low as 3%, plus be one of 3 winners to drive away a millionaire. Now is the time to get out with the old and in with the vroom with an auto loan from GBTI.
This is you?
Yes, this is me.
This is nice. This is nice. So it's not that good.
Don't touch it.
You can fix it.
You right?
Welcome back. This is the newsroom. The Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana, THAG, held its annual awards and dinner on Saturday evening, spotlighting both the industry's strides and a commitment to raising standards at all facilities. In her address, THAG's President D. George said a decision was made to identify and license all unregistered hospitality properties across the country. Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips delivered the keynote address, underscoring the government's commitment to developing diverse tourism offerings.
A young girl passed away on the premises of a hotel. We take full responsibility as a nation. At the end of the day, we should never lose one of our young ones. Just before that incident, I must say, the GTA would have been convened, and we said we must look at the regularization of our standards and all that it encompasses. And that decision was made frontally that we're going to go to capture all those properties that may not be licensed. It's very important. Guyana wanted to ensure that we welcome visitors, and in our zeal, we start businesses, but very often we're not licensed. And so, sitting on the board of the GTA, we made that decision first thing. Unfortunately, that incident occurred before we could even begin that process, sadly. However, it is the decision, that decision was made to hasten that process and to get us going again to ensure that every single property within our land is licensed and constantly monitored.
The Hospitality and Tourism Institute, HTTI, which will be launched in 2026, will upskill locals to meet the industry demands. Guyana is expanding its calendar of high-profile expos and corporate events to reinforce its regional leadership. Guyana will be targeting market campaigns which will promote ecotourism and business travel in untapped markets beyond North America and Europe. Guyana is undeniably crafting a world-class tourism product to compete on the global scale.
Now, the 2025 edition of the Uncapped Marketplace got underway on Saturday at the National Stadium for Local Entrepreneurs. The event is hosted annually by the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association, the GMSA, and aims to spotlight a wide array of products and services offered by Guyana's small and medium agro-processors. Head of the GMSA, Ramsey Ali, told the newsroom that talks are underway to take the exhibition to the United States in March 2026.
Well, we started this event about 10 years ago, and the model we created was the people who come here to exhibit their products, they don't pay for anything. We set up everything here, the sponsors pay for it, and even the people who come through the gates don't pay to come here. So it's an event that the model was that we want to support the businesses of local businesses so they can grow. That's the idea. And if you look at some of the businesses over the last 10 years or so, you can see the improvement they've made in packaging and quality control and all that. So we're looking at March of next year to have our first event in the US. The US Embassy is supporting it. So.
And is there going to be a limit to the agriculture search for local businesses?
There's going to be a limit, yes. Of course, visa requirements and all that. But sure, once you qualify, we can accommodate as much as we can.
So I've been participating in most of the Uncapps I have, if not most SKAR. And it's been great. It's a great way for Guyanese to showcase your products. A lot of persons get to know you, get to know the products that you manufacture, and how Guyana got a lot of great stuff.
So we manufactured authentic traditional Guyanese snacks, milk powder fudge, salsif known as chicken foot, tasty mithai, and delicious black cake.
This is a new item that we brought out. This is avocado. It's a dip, and it could use on your salads. a variety of wines we have here. We have pepper jelly. We have Awara wine. The Awara wine is a difficult wine because of the fat. So there is normally have to go through a very long process before it reaches this stage.
What made you decide on this product?
I used to be a teacher, retired teacher, and after that, to use up my time, I started doing different. I started off with jams and jellies, and then I go into these other stuff. Just start creating and so on. Okay, this is one of our products, coconut delight. It's made out of the coconut jelly from the water coconut.
I mostly cater for ladies with skin conditions. Like, for example, me, I know that it's hard to get stuff to get rid of darkness between your leg, on each armpit, around your neck. So I decided, hey, why not? Let's launch a product that can actually help other women like ourselves. So I sell the body scrub, the body butter, and also I sell local soaps. Now, these products clean your skin naturally and leave it with a healthy, beautiful looking glow. And our hair product also strengthens and grows the hair. Well, everyone knows Batana is taking like thunderstorm on social media. You rest assured I use Batana and I can tell you it works. Its product is amazing.
We have a new product that we would have launched today, which is the pepper pot gravy. Now, a lot of customers would have been requesting different types of meat, right? So our solution for that, we just do the gravy. So you're gonna be adding your meat. You're gonna be adding your labo, your pork, or if you want our authentic taste for the pepper pot. It is unique. It gets to showcase all the agro-processors, right? Each and every, it is unique. It is a Guyanese thing, right? And it's nice to see that agro-processors from all different walks of life, come out and showcase and, show the support with each other. Because all of us support each other in some way or form.
When the news returns, the financial, weather, and bridge reports along with sport. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Newsroom. Now for a look at what's happening in sport. We're starting us off with some cricket news. The squads for the 2025 Massey Women's Caribbean Premier League have been officially confirmed following the successful completion of the player draft. Each franchise will feature a 15-player squad comprising 4 overseas stars and 11 local talents as they prepare for another thrilling season of women's T20 cricket in the Caribbean. With all matches of the 2025 tournament being played at the Guyana National Stadium Providence, the Guyana Amazon Warriors will look to harness home support as they chase their first women's CPL title. The team retains a wealth of experience with Stephanie Taylor, Karishma Ramharak and Shemaine Campbell anchoring the squad. The Warriors have a strong local presence with 7 Guyanese players in the lineup. They welcome back English World Cup winner Lauren Winfield Hill and South African speedster Shabnin Ishmael, returning for her 3rd season. Laura Harris, a key contributor to the Royals' triumphs in 2023 and 2024, and the Australian leg spinning all-rounder Madeline Penner add dynamic balance to the Warriors. Defending champions Barbados Royals will once again be led by the world number 1 ranked all-rounder Hayley Matthews, who has captained the side to consecutive women's titles. The Royals retain a strong Caribbean core with the return of Chanel Henry, Afi Fletcher, and Alia Alain, and welcome Kezia Knight to her home franchise for the first time. After finishing runners-up in 2024, the Trinbago Knight Riders are determined to reclaim the title they last held in 2022. Deandra Dottin remains the squad's cornerstone, supported by an exciting group of young talents, including Jazara Claxton, Zaida James, Janelia Glasgow, and Samara Ramnott, all 21 years or younger. They have complemented youth with experience, drafting the West Indians' Shabika Gajnabi, Rashada Williams, and Abigail Bryce. Now, CV Nunes Primary has been crowned champions of the Essequibo zone in the Future Warriors Tapeball for primary schools, showcasing a dominant performance with both bat and ball. Despite persistent rain at the Anna Regina Community Centre ground on Saturday, the young cricketers, powered by sponsors ExxonMobil Guyana, displayed immense talent and sportsmanship. Akim Green reports.
The newly laid outfield proved its worth, allowing all 16 participating teams to compete safely and with great enthusiasm. In a tightly contested final, Nunes Primary successfully defended a competitive total of 52 without loss from their allotted 8 overs. Skipper Vidal Narai led from the front, laying the foundation with a well-compiled 33 from 30 balls in innings and included 3 batting set the stage for the bowlers, who then delivered a masterclass in tight bowling. Jaden Allen 3 for 8 and Zach Marulao 3 for 9 were the chief destroyers, ripping through the opposition batting lineup to seal the championship for CV Nunes. Vidal Narai entered the tournament as the leading run scorer with 60 runs, while Jaden Robertson of Charity Primary claimed 5 wickets to be the leading wicket taker. John Ramsing of FL Sport, the organizing group, lauded the success of the tournament, emphasizing its core purpose. According to Ramsing, the enthusiasm and the interest from the children were what the tournament is all about. He indicated that the teams had fun and they were all winners. His sentiments encapsulated the spirit of participation and enjoyment that permeated the day's proceedings. CV Nunes Primary now joins the Grove Primary, who are from Demerara champions, Cropper Primary, the Berbice champions, as the county champions, and it set the stage for the highly anticipated Champion of Champions tournament, tentatively set for early August. The tournament's impact extends beyond the immediate competition, as the most valuable player from each zone, which are at present Rose Melville from Demerara, Kenny Ishmael from Berbice, and Julian Singh from Essequibo, will all have the unique opportunity to participate in activities related to the Global Super League, which runs from July 10th to the 18th in Guyana. Furthermore, the zone champions will be invited to attend day matches, a genuine gesture courtesy of ExxonMobil Guyana. The ultimate prize awaits the winning team for the Champions of Champions, who will then be part of the activities for the home leg of the Guyana Amazon Warriors in this year's Caribbean Premier League. The Amazon Warriors home leg will run from September 6th to the 14th.
As the new cycle of the World Test Championship draws closer for the West Indies, they have doubled down in preparation mode ahead of the 3-match series against Australia. The first Test match starts at the Kensington Oval in Barbados on June 25th. And according to John Campbell, the guys are working hard behind the scenes to be best prepared for the challenge that awaits. The 31-year-old Campbell is set to play his first Test match since 2022 after serving a ban for violating an anti-doping rule, and is keen on making the most after success at the regional level the past 2 years.
I mean, it's a good feeling. This ground obviously have great sentimental value to me, obviously making my debut here. And we ended up winning that series as well, so I mean it's good memories to be back here. Most definitely, I mean all aspiring cricketers, our cricketers should be aspiring to play at the highest level. Having the season that I had, I was hoping to get into this team, of course, and now that I'm here, I'm just looking forward to good things for myself. Our preparation has gone on pretty smoothly. I think I've been topping up on the areas that I needed to, and I'm happy with the preparation that I've gone through. It's not so much about the opposition, it's more so about myself. I know that if I go out there and back myself and trust the process, obviously we've been putting in some hard work here, and I've been feeling really good about myself. I just need to go out there and keep it as simple as possible and play to my strengths. As I said, the preparation has gone pretty well. Everybody is pretty confident as well. So, I mean, we are starting from zero, both the Aussies and ourselves. So once we go out there and play the better cricket, we'll come out on top.
And a phenomenal first year in Test cricket for Guyanese speedster Shamar Joseph culminated with him taking up the award for the Men's Test Player of the Year 2023-2024 at the 8th CWI WIPA Awards Gala in Barbados on Sunday evening. Joseph, whose debut series against Australia last January took the cricket world by storm, copped the top prize thanks to 29 wickets in 8 matches at an average of 26 and a strike rate of 38.6. In those 8 games, the 25-year-old already has 3 5-wicket hauls, with 2 of those coming in the Australia series. He picked up 5 for 94 in 20 overs on debut in Adelaide, in a game that the host won by 10 wickets before his match-winning spell of 7 for 68 in the second innings of that second Test that the West Indies famously won. Joseph spoke briefly after copping the accolade.
We're here with the Men's Test Player of the Year, Shamar Joseph. A fantastic start to your career. How do you feel to clock this prestigious award?
Amazing feeling for me. Winning an award for the first time, first time experience having an award ceremony also. It's a great feeling to me, man.
And in terms of what you want to do going forward, I guess you want to win more awards.
Definitely, I just want to keep putting in the performance that I did receive more awards, definitely in my future going forward.
Thank you, and enjoy your success.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah.
And on the female side, Guyanese off-spinner Flafiana Millington copped the award for the Women's Blaze T20 Player of the Year 2024. The experienced Millington has been a key figure in the Guyana team in regional competitions over the years. In the 2024 T20 Blaze and Super 50 tournament, Millington not only produced miserly spells, but was also consistent in picking up wickets. The Berbician would normally bowl the new ball, and in the T20 Blaze competition, she picked up 11 wickets in 5 games for Guyana. Now, India were given the upper hand by wonderful centuries from KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant before Josh Tong's devastating burst kept England in the first test at Headingley. Opener Rahul stroked a classical 137 and Pant a typically entertaining 118, putting India on course for a fourth-day declaration. Pant became just the second wicketkeeper in Test history to score 200s in the same Test match, emulating Zimbabwean Andy Flower in 2001. After Pant and Rahul were dismissed, Tong took 3 wickets in 4 deliveries to help dismiss India for 364, setting England 371 to win, as India lost their last 6 wickets for just 31 runs. Faced with pulling off their second highest successful chase in a Test match, England survived 6 overs on Monday, 3 bowled by Jasprit Bumrah, to reach 21 without loss. It sets up the prospect of a grandstand finale on Tuesday with all results possible. Now, Guyanese boxing fans are in for an electrifying night as 3 of the nation's most celebrated fighters, Elton Dharry, Kevin Allicock and Dexter Marques, make their return to the squared circle on August 2nd in what promises to be one of the most thrilling pro-am boxing cards in recent history. This event is a crucial warm-up in preparation for what is expected to be the biggest boxing spectacle in September when Guyana hosts its first male world title fight featuring Dharry. Dharry, a former WBA super flyweight interim world title contender, is no stranger to the global boxing stage. With over 25 professional wins, Dharry has earned a reputation for his toughness, ring IQ, and resilience. His 2019 world title bout against Andrew Maloney in Australia solidified his standing as one of Guyana's greatest modern-day fighters. With a strong following, Dharry usually brings fans to the venue, and with his attacking flair, patrons can expect another brilliant showdown from the US-based fighter. Olympian Allicock is regarded as one of the most naturally gifted fighters to come out of the Caribbean in decades. Known for his speed, technical prowess, and fighting spirit, Allicock has captured multiple national and regional titles in the amateur ranks. Since transitioning to the professional level, he has maintained a perfect record and continues to evolve as a future world champion. For Allicock, this will be another opportunity to prove that he really and truly belongs to the professional ranks after being a dominant force for years at the amateur level. A respected figure in Guyanese boxing, Dexter Marques brings over 2 decades of experience to the ring. The former Kabofe flyweight champion, Marques has faced some of the region's toughest fighters and built a career on heart, discipline, and ring craft. In addition to the marquee names, the card will feature elite amateur bouts showcasing the next generation of Guyanese boxing talents. From youth contenders to seasoned amateurs, the August 2nd event will be a celebration of boxing excellence across all levels. Tickets go on sale on July 1st, with specific details to be announced shortly. And to end the news this evening, we share some highlights of the ExxonMobil Future Warriors Primary School Tapeball competition, which threw the spotlight on youngsters in Essequibo. Enjoy. See you back here tomorrow.
brand of cricket that we see from you guys as toddlers shows that the future is bright. It means that there's a big base to choose from going forward. Only thing is, if you guys can, you students, pupils, can continue to stay in the game, right? So teachers and guardians, parents, keep the children in the game.